Hello, dear students. Welcome back to another English class. Today we'll be discussing a new chapter, Animal Welfare. So this is a chapter in which you will know the cruelty that animals are facing from humankind and what is your role to play on saving them. How can you help to save this animal world? So without taking much time, let's start discussing the chapter. Suppose you were trained to do your homework by beating starvation and torture. You will say that is a horrible idea, but that is exactly how animals in the circus are trained to do the tricks, and you find it so wonderful. So I know most of you, feel a bit, bored, or you do not like to do your homework, but you still do it because you know it's important, right? But think that if you are forced to do the homework by beating or by starving, by keeping you under starvation, means what starvation means, when you are not given food, when you do not get food, you starve. So if your parents tell you that no, if you don't do your homework, we will not give you food, right? Or if they beat you, or if they physically assault you to do your homework, it's not quite good, right? It's not right. So this is exactly how the animals in the circus are trained. So if you have ever visited a circus, you will see that the animals do a lot of tricks, right? They walk on the rope, they jump from one stool to another, they walk on their two legs, right? So have you ever realized that how these animals are trained to do these tricks? So they are trained by beating the ringmaster. He beats the animal. He do not feed the animal properly. He hurt them a lot, and this is how they are trained, which is very horrible. Is it nice to watch an elephant struggling on the seat himself on a small stool and lift up his foreleg? Is it cute to see a chimpanzee on a cycle wearing absurd skirt and hat? Is it fun to watch lion leap through the hopes of fire which he dreads? Animals perform this act only because they are forced to do. See, we feel amused or we feel happy when we see these tricks are performed by animals, right? But it should not be. We find it amusing when we see a giant elephant struggling himself, or is struggling to balance himself on a small stool just on his two legs, or when we see a chimpanzee riding a bicycle wearing a funny skirt and a hat. Or sometimes we see in the circus that lion, they jump through fire rings which they are scared, afraid of, right? Dead means afraid of. So we find them amusing, we find them exciting. But do the animals love doing that activities? Of course not. First of all, they are afraid. They only do it because they are made bound to do so. Otherwise, they are either beaten or they are caged and not given food. Man's greed knows no bound. Many animals are tortured for his entertainment. Parrots, peacock, pigeons, and many peasants are killed for fun and for their feather. Some animals are hunted for sport. Many are killed to cater the need of the fashion market. Many are hunted for pet trade. So the most greediest animal on this planet is human. And do you know why mostly humans kill animals? Because they are greedy. Humans are greedy. A tiger may hunt an impala or a deer only if it's hungry. But humans do it just for sport. They do it just for fun and entertainment. They hunt down birds like peacock, pigeons, and pheasants. Pheasant is a kind of bird, and kill them for fun for feathers, and kill them for fun and for their colorful feathers. Some animals are hunted for sport. Animals like deer, rabbits are hunted for sports, for fun. Many are killed for to cater the need of fashion market. and pet trade. So many animals are hunted to meet the need of fashion market. You need a shoe which is made up of alligator's leather. So from where they will get this leather? By killing an alligator. Or suppose you need a belt made up of the leather of a snake or an anaconda. So from where do you think they get this snake skin? They hunt it. So people, as they have, as they acquire more wealth, their wants and demands get more absurd. Their demands get more high, and to meet their demands in fashion, especially when you demand for leather goods and coats made up of fur of various exotic animals, so meet the demand, to meet their demand, they are done what? They hunt animals. And sometimes they are hunted for pet trade. So there are many animals. So there are people, if you look at the sheikhs of Dubai, they even have pet cheetah, lion and tiger as their pet. But do you think and those animals are like being caged? No. So this is how we human shower our cruelty upon those animals. Some animal species are massacred because of the belief they have origin, have medicinal value. The belief that the rhino's horn is a stimulant has become the cause of its large-scale killing. So there are many animals which are believed to have a medicinal value. So this mostly Chinese belief. It is mostly persistent in Chinese belief that there are animals which have some medicinal value, which can cure a lot of disease. So they do what? They kill those animals. The tusk of elephant, tusk means the big tooth of the elephant, which is protrudes out, is believed to be a medicine for strength. So that is why elephants are killed in so large scale. Nowadays we find elephants has become rare. Some animals are rather unique and cannot adapt to new ways of life. The lion-tailed macaw can only live in the evergreen forest of Western Ghats. As these forests are being chopped down, the natural habitat of the macaw is being lost. Such is the case of most animals as more and more forests are being cut down. So so we human are doing all those things that can harm animals, right? We are killing animals in every ways possible, right? First of all, for hunting, for fun, for sport, to meet our fashion demands. And last but not the least, we are clearing their habitat. Means what? The habitat means what? The home, the place where an animal lives is its habitat. So a lion-tailed macaw has its habitat, which can specifically live in the Western Ghat, in the evergreen forest of Western Ghats. Western Ghat means what? In the western part of India, western lower parts of India. So its habitat is specifically the Western Ghats of evergreen forest of Western Ghat. But humans are doing what? They are clearing those evergreen forest, and hence it has become quite difficult for the lion-tailed macaw. Now, lion-tailed macaw is a species of monkey, right? Is a species of monkey. So it is finding difficult to adapt to the changing environment, and gradually it is getting reduced in number. Even pets which the people buy for their pleasure are mercilessly abandoned when they become old and suffer from incurable disease. An abandoned pet usually dies of starvation and negligence. When a pet, suppose take dogs or cats for example, when they are young and cute, we tend to have them as a pet, but as they grow old, they do not be of that use. So we do what? We abandon them. We leave them to in the streets to die out of hunger and out of negligence, right? So when we pet an animal, be it a dog or be it a cat, they we do what? We keep them, we feed them, and they get ready supplied, right? They do not need to hunt, and as a result, they what? They lose their natural instinct of hunting, and when they are left alone, so they cannot hunt and they die out of starvation. Stray dogs are considered to be dangerous as their potential carriers of infectious disease like rabies. Every day, hundreds of dogs which roam about freely in the street are caught and are killed by the municipal authorities to prevent disease. Now, there is a disease known as rabies. So, stray dogs, the street dogs, they are known to be potential carrier of this harmful pathogen or bacteria. So, every day, this municipal board or the town committee They do what? They catch hundreds of stray dogs and they kill them so that they cannot spread this disease. Like us, animals too have the right to live. They also have emotion and feeling. Even after whipping and starvation, majestic beasts like lion, tiger will be mostly reluctant to obey their ringmaster. Yes, animals also have emotions and they have the right to live, right? This is not our planet, it's not ours alone. We are sharing it with the animals. So it is as much as theirs, it is as much as they are as ours, right? We all are equal. Remember, we are all the equal part of this planet, right? So we do not have the right to, you know, throw them out of the planet, right? So it's as much as theirs as ours. So they have feelings, they have emotion. That is why when the ringmaster in the circus, means what, the person who trained those animals, when they train them, they often show reluctance, means what, they often deny to obey the orders of the ringmasters. To derive fun from seeing animal aping human right is not right. Section 2 of Prevention of Cruelty to Animal Act lists various forms of cruelty. The violation of act is punishable till circuses are banned. We should ensure that the animal performing therein are looked after and treated humanely. In age of very sophistication electronic entertainment, do we really need such a primitive form of entertainment? So there are various laws passed against animal cruelty, and there are laws which make people bound to take care of the animals in a very humane way, means what, in a very careful way, in a very with great care. But you ask a question to yourself, in this modern era when we have various mode of entertainment, especially in the field of technology, do we still require an ancient form of entertainment? So circuses were more prevalent during those days when there was no modern or, you know, digital means of entertainment, right? So people go to circus to amuse or entertain themselves, right? So these were means of amusement. But nowadays when we have a lot of modes or means of entertainment, do we still really need circus to entertain ourselves? It's, I think not. In fact, a circus comprises only human is very exciting to witness with amazing skill and in an impeccable timing. These performers make us marvel that their feet. At their feet, they can also show how much control man over his body, how quickly their responses are. But there are circuses which are very much amusing to see. There are circuses where human being perform, where human perform to show their talents, to show their, you know, extraordinary control over their body, to show their extraordinary amazing talents. Yeah, you can watch them. So this is maybe a mode of circus to show how far a human can have a control over his body. Some countries like Sweden have enacted laws forbidding wild animals from being performed in the circus show. Denmark have also passed a legislation that wild animal must be not used in the circus. Some countries in Europe like Sweden and Denmark have passed law not to use animal in the circus no matter what. So it's a very good decision, I must say. In many European countries, local municipality prohibited circus which have animals act from holding shows in their cities. So in Europe, many towns and cities, they have banned circuses which have acts of animal, which have animal performing acts, right? So it's a good decision. Hunting is not a sport but sheer cruelty, and it is not banned completely. It should be banned completely. Forest, the natural habitat of animal, have to be conserved. All animal, insect, bird, great, small, and men together create a harmony, maintain the ecological balance. Now, hunting. See, hunting is not a sport, right? So you see a random animal, you kill him for no purpose. It's just not a sport. It's not entertainment. It's a cruelty. You are a murderer, right? So it's not a sport. It's a cruelty. You are a cruel person. A kind-hearted, short person cannot kill an animal without any valid reasons, right? It's not a sport. It's a cruelty. So we humans should take care of those animals. Since we are the superior being, we should take care of this animal. Furthermore, we should take care of their habitat as well, because we are destroying their forest and we are reducing their habitat, and this will allow us to maintain ecological balance, means what, to maintain a balance of the environment. So if there is an imbalance, it will, after all, it will affect us. Caring for animals generate a warm feeling. Zoos can contribute a lot to animal welfare. If If maintained well, a zoo provides shelter a lot to lot endangered species of animal and birds. Pets are not just for melting eyes and waggling tail. They are require more food and water. They need love, care, and some same as human child would. If you can provide this, they only must be buy a pet. Now, caring for animal. When we care for animal, it generate a warm feeling among us. Means what? It make us a better person, right? So zoo. Now, if we see animal in the zoo, right? So zoo can do a great work by providing animal shelter and food, right? If they do their work well, so they do a great work by providing shelter and food to animals which are endangered, means what, which has reduced very much significantly, and sooner or later they may get extinct, means what, they may no longer be available. And if you want to buy a pet, or if you want to have a pet for yourself, do remember that this pet require immense amount of love, care, and affection, right? If you can provide them enough food, water, and affection like a human child, then only you consider having a pet for yourself, or else please don't do it. If the children's now, if the children say firm no to the circus is using animal, the mute play of their voiceless animal will be hard. Let's learn to love animal, care for them, protect them. The decision we take today can affect the generation to come. Now, what can you do to protect those animals? See, often we do what, we go to circus to amuse the young kids of our family, the small children of our family. Now you are the small children of your family, right? Now what can you do? So if you deny, if you say that no, we will not watch circus, we will not go to circus and watch the cruelty of animal, so generally what will happen, your parents will not go to circus with you, and when you will not go to circus, the circus will have to be bound, to be shut, or to reduce the use of animal on the circus. So it's depend upon you, since you are the main reason why a family goes to the circus. So if you stop going to the circuses, so you will do the welfare, you will do welfare to those animals. So it's up to you now, whether you want to protect those animal, or you want to, be amused seeing the torture and cruelty of the animal. So with this, the chapter came to an end. You read the chapter thoroughly in your home, thoroughly in your home. If you face any difficulty, please do not hesitate to call in the supplied contact details, and do subscribe to Al-HIRA National School channel for more updates. With this, thank you. Have a great day.